Today's card is lean, mean, and ready to screen. Mariners at Tigers over 7.5 at -105. Blue Jays at Yankees over 7.5 at -110, and George Springer under 1.5 total bases at -164. We're coming in hot. 2-1 yesterday for plus 0.95 units, and a 4-day heater of 10, 1, and 1. The Chiefs and Jags turned a football game into a fireworks finale. Milwaukee made Imanaga's fly balls file for frequent flyer miles, and Philly gave us a prestige drama that ended right before the twist. 1/2 run from a sweep, but our reads are purring like a new V-twin. Let's ride. First stop, Seattle at Detroit over 7.5. Think of this as a tug-of-war between a pitcher-friendly park and hitter-friendly realities. Jack Flaherty's contact profile is basically a piñata with stitching concerns. He's been tagged in the bottom tier for barrels and hard-hit rate, and this Mariners lineup swings sledgehammers, not pool noodles. Seattle finished the regular season top 3 in home runs and well above average in run creation. That's not just power, that's power with a Costco membership. Logan Gilbert is excellent, sure, but even he gives up enough loft that a solo or two sneaks into the ledger. Add postseason bullpen volatility, short hooks, fast matchups, and managers pressing the matchup carousel button like it prints coupons. And 7.5 becomes more about one crooked inning than 9 perfect chapters. The thesis? Flaherty's hard contact plus Seattle's lift equals fireworks, and the late inning chess clock only helps our volume. To the Bronx, Toronto at New York over 7.5. If the short porch in right were a social media account, it would be verified. Shane Bieber's surface ERA says brunch. His batted ball data says bring a fire extinguisher. Double-digit barrel rate, near 50% hard hit rate, and a fly ball shape in a stadium that treats opposite field fly balls like VIPs. New York led the American League in run creation and puts baseballs into orbit with the casual frequency of airline shuttles. On the other side, Carlos Rodón's walk rate is spicy enough to make your eyes water, and Toronto's lineup is a plate discipline machine. Low whiffs, high chase contact, and a willingness to let you beat yourself 1 ball 4 at a time. Walks don't count for total bases, but they absolutely count for overs when the next hitter is already unwrapping a barrel. High leverage, elimination vibes, supportive conditions, and 2 lineups equipped to punish mistakes. Our number is small and the fuse is short. Now the part that sounds like we left the oven on, George Springer under 1.5 total bases at -164. In the same game we like over. This is threading a very profitable needle. The matchup recipe says Rodon's biggest leak is command, not constant lasers. That's under gold for a star leadoff. Walks don't move the total bases meter, and Toronto's approach encourages patience. If Springer goes 1 for 4 with a single and a couple of walks while the rest of the lineup plays musical chairs with the bases, we hit both tickets and look like we stole home with the lights out. Also, in playoff baseball, managers will happily shrink the zone to avoid one swing changing everything. That cautious approach funnels at-bats toward non-damage outcomes for headliners. Price matters here. -164 implies roughly 62%. And the way this game scripts out, the floor on under outcomes is sturdier than a Midwestern porch. Quick recap of the angles. In Detroit, we're fading the park with power and contact quality. In New York, we're backing 2 offenses that punish fly ball mistakes and free passes. And with Springer, we're betting the math of baseball. Patience plus caution beats raw slug in the TB column more often than your brain thinks. If the board gives us small totals with loud bats and postseason bullpen chaos, we're going to keep ordering the sampler platter. That's the slate. Mariners Tigers over 7.5 at -105. Blue Jays Yankees over 7.5 at -110. George Springer under 1.5 total bases at -164. Let's stack good decisions like Jenga blocks and hope variance forgets our address for another night. See you at the window.